What's going on, everyone? Hopefully everybody enjoyed their Thanksgiving dinner with their families and friends. This was our first Thanksgiving with my little baby girl, so it was definitely an experience, right? As a first-time father, this is a little different, I guess you can say. But anyways, guys, let's go ahead and get started with the Mesquite series. Now, today we're gonna go ahead and make a brisket, right? A lot of people end up saying, hey man, with Mesquite and long cooks and whatever, when it comes to brisket, it might be overpowering. I've never found that to be true. So let's go ahead and dive right into it. So today we got this Creekstone Farms 14-pound brisket, Black Angus Prime, if I'm not mistaken. So as usual, gents, first thing that I'm gonna go ahead and do is start off right over here. So this thing seems pretty thin right over here. I'm gonna end up having to remove majority of that, but over here is quite a bit. So I'm just gonna go ahead and shave it off until this is nice and pliable. A lot of people say 1/8 inch, 1/4 inch, whatever the case may be, and that's fine. I don't have a measuring stick or a measuring tape or anything like that to go ahead and measure every little piece. But as long as the fat is pliable and you can kind of like recess it a little bit with your finger, usually that's always good. So if I had to give a number, I don't know, man. I guess it might be 1/4 inch or so. But again, how many people actually measure everything? You know what I mean? Doesn't always happen. There you go. Kind of like this. You see that? There you go. Kind of like that. Because a hard fat, like right over here, look, can't do anything to it. This one, absolutely. So that's around where I want. All right, boys. So we're just going to hit it with some salt, pepper, garlic, and that's it. We want to make sure that we only get the flavor, any smoke flavor from the mesquite itself. Let's get it. All right, boys. And that's all it is. Sorry I had to do this off camera. Mainly because my daughter was being a little bit fussy. Sometimes that happens, man. But all I did was just salt, garlic powder, and pepper. That's it, man. What we're trying to do here is make sure that any type of flavor from the wood is coming from mesquite itself. We don't want to mask it with all these rubs that contain sugars or spices or anything like that. Just salt, pepper, garlic, that's it. We know what the baseline is. Now we're going to see what's up with the smoke. So we're going to leave this overnight, and then we'll see you guys tomorrow morning. All right, boys. So this is close to 200 degrees. I'm going to go ahead and put it in now. Mainly because I got a whole bunch of stuff that I need to do. But temperatures are definitely rising. So we're going to go ahead and put this brisket right over here. Lone Star Grillz 24x40. Fantastic smoker, man. I do not regret ever buying this thing. This thing is phenomenal. All right, guys. We'll see you in a few hours. All right, boys. So it's been about 3.5, almost 4 hours. We're rocking at 275 degrees right now. Let's go ahead and take a look at the brisket. You can see it's already getting very nice color. Let's go ahead and see if we can, there we go, a little bit better. You can start seeing that it has a whole bunch of color now, right? And usually with oak, it takes a lot longer in order for me to start developing a decent bark. It's already happening with mesquite, man. I'm not exactly sure what the properties are in regards to the wood burning of mesquite versus oak. All I can tell you is that bark is already starting to form really nice this early. So let's go ahead and close it up a little bit. Another thing I want to note with you guys now that I have you guys here. This is mesquite. You can see a little bit of the two-tone right over here. Very, very light. And then dark reddish right over here. There you go. Better color right here. You can see right there. It's very light and then it turns red. Now termites love to feast on this, man. But whenever you're in a wood pile, always make sure that you kick you know, at least give it a little small little kick to make sure that there's no rattler snakes in there. Whenever you're handling this wood, also make sure that there's no black widows, man, because they love to nest in there too. So just an FYI, I love mesquite. I've always used it. And I think it's one of those woods that doesn't get as much of respect as oak or pecan, however you want to say it, does, right? It's a very underrated wood, and hopefully this changes some people's minds. So we'll see you guys in a bit. All right, boys. So this 13-14 pound brisket, I took off maybe like 3 pounds worth of meat, you know, just to give it a nice good shape and everything. It's been about 10 hours, 10 and a half to be exact. Look at that, bro. Now I'm looking for about 195 because we're gonna do a rest on the sous vide. If you guys haven't seen that video, I'll go ahead and link it up right over here. Check it out. But it's a fantastic way of resting it. So we're looking for 195. And we are, let's see. And we are on the dot, 195. Look at that, boys. Ah, it's getting warm in there. All right, let's go ahead and get this out. Oh, I tore into the fat. I shouldn't have done that, but it's okay. Look at that, boys. Look at the bark on this thing, man. Ooh, see that? Oh my God, it tastes real good. Bro. I don't know why people say that mesquite makes it taste bitter, coffee-like, whatever. Honestly, to me, this is about as a smoked brisket as you can possibly get. I normally use live oak, right? That's what I normally use. There you go. This is what I normally use, live oak. That's typically what I end up using. But I've gotten accustomed to using oak only, that I had to go, you know what? I got to go back to my roots, man. I got to go back to mesquite. And that's why this series is being made. And I mean, the bark that it created within the first 3 hours was phenomenal. This bark right here is definitely something else. Look at that, bro. Ah, you can pierce through it. All right, time to go ahead and let it rest. All right, boys. So I was going to rest it on the sous vide overnight. However, it's already been 2 hours and everything. It's not even dark out yet. We're starting to get a little bit hungry, so we're gonna go at it. Let's go ahead and do that. Got the Franklin knife. It's only suitable since this is a Creekstone Farms, from my understanding. This is where Franklin gets his briskets from. So let's go ahead and take a look-see. Where should we cut it? We'll go right here, man. Man, this thing is phenomenal. Simply phenomenal. Let's go ahead and get a piece. The best way I can describe, bro, look at this smoke ring right here, bro. Fat side up too. I mean, I usually get it with oak too, but not this pronounced. Again, I don't know the science behind the difference between oak and mesquite when it comes to smoke itself, but I mean, they're not lying when they say that mesquite is stronger. And it is. But it's not bad, man. If I had to describe what a mesquite brisket tastes like oak. just a little bit more powerful. That's it. Not even more powerful, just more pronounced, right? Say you have an oak brisket, right? And you're thinking to yourself, man, I could really use a little bit more smoke. Just a bit more. That's what it is. That's all it is, man. It's not like, oh my God, it's way too smoky, it's overpowering. Absolutely not, man. That's all fake news right there, bro. It is not overpowering whatsoever. It's fine. Like I told you, like I mentioned. All it is just oak smoke. I mean, smoke that tastes like oak, but just a little bit more pronounced. That's it. That's all it is, bro. Very, very good, man. Creekstone Farms, bro. Highly recommend it. So you guys can see right there, man, that the brisket is phenomenal. It's great. Where people ended up getting that it's too bitter, it tastes like coffee, or even tastes like lighter fluid, I'm gonna be honest, man, that's fake news. I don't buy it. I've eaten smoked brisket with mesquite a lot, so maybe I'm a little bit more tolerant than others. I don't know, but my biggest thing overall is don't knock it until you try it, bro. That's all I'm saying. Give it a shot. And I think you're going to be very pleasantly surprised about it. Anyways, until next time, guys, be sure to go ahead and like, subscribe. See you in the next one. Later, guys.